Breaking news this morning came out of the lovely town of Cleveland, Ohio. There has been a COVID outbreak in the Cleveland Browns organization. By the way, one happened last week as well. Another one goes. And this one includes an offensive lineman,
Joe Bitonio.
Bitonio has COVID. By the way, we hope Bitonio survives. A wide receiver also got it. And the most notable and most severe one, I think. Head coach, play caller Kevin Stefanski is now on the COVID-19 protocol. Sporting News tweets here, against the Steelers, the Browns will be without their head coach, their offensive line coach who was out last week, offensive line assistant coach, which was out last week, wide receiver coach, tight end coach, DB coach. Browns also have 6 players on the reserve COVID-19 list and had 2 more players test positive today. This Browns team, which made the playoffs for the dog pound for the first time in 18 years. A team that took the hype that was around the Cleveland Brown team and actually put it to the football field to win themselves 11 games. They won 11 games?
Oh, yeah.
11-5 they won?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Make the playoffs. City of Cleveland, although 2020 has been a tough year, this is something we can get behind. We've been miserable filling up that goddamn stadium, watching terrible football teams in the middle of goddamn winter on Lake Erie, I believe, or Lake Michigan, whichever one's over there. Maybe Superior, maybe Ontario, maybe Huron, but you fucking get it. It's one of the Great Lakes up there, and it's right there. Those fans have been sitting and waiting to get to the playoffs, and they celebrated. And everybody went after them for celebrating making the playoffs because the Steelers team was banged up. They didn't think about the other 10 wins. They went after them for celebrating as hard as they way to just make the playoffs, everybody said. They knew that potentially 3 different strains of COVID-19 were going to run wild through the Browns organization. That could happen. I don't know. That's what's happening right now. Cleveland Browns fans, dog pound. You make the playoffs finally. Once again, you're happy again. Now you're losing. You're losing a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It is. I'm happy you celebrated the playoff thing because this is going to be a tall task to win a game whenever your offensive coordinator, who's also your head coach, who potentially changed the entire culture, is out. We had this experience with the Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Luck's rookie year. We go on that, it was like a mythical run almost, I think. Chuck Pagano gets cancer. Bruce Arians is the interim head coach and the offensive coordinator. We end up making the playoffs. Bruce Arians' offense that year, Andrew Luck broke a bunch of records. I forget how they were. And we go to play Baltimore in the playoffs. Morning of the game, Bruce Arians has some medical something happen. I think it was his heart. I don't remember. It was something. Something medical happens. He gets rushed to the hospital morning of the game. We wake up. We don't know until we get to the stadium, basically, or morning breakfast. I forget at which time you ate. Hey, Bruce Arians not coaching today. Somebody else. We lost our play caller day of the game. Now, they have a couple of days to prepare. But when you lose your play caller, especially whenever you guys have been successful and found your identity, that's a massive ordeal. I don't know who's going to be calling plays. I think it's this other person who was
Alex Van Pelt.
Alex Van Pelt, who was allegedly going to call plays in the preseason but never got the chance to because of the way the offseason was. I assume Stefanski wanted a chance to do it and just kind of get in the flow there. It's a big deal. A lot is going to fall on old Van Pelt's shoulders there. For us, we were averaging 22.3 points for the entire season. We only scored 9 against Baltimore. Now, Baltimore was an incredible defense, I'd assume, and everything like that, so who knows how we would have done. But it rattles you. It shakes you up. And what I'm saying to the Browns fans is, hell of a year. I'm happy you celebrated getting to the playoffs. But I think it's going to be a very, very tall task to get in there, especially with, we don't know if there's going to be more positives tomorrow. You don't know. Seems like you're going to have a skeleton of a team, and the Steelers will not give a single fuck about that. And this could be a bad weekend for the Browns, but you made the playoffs. Let's build on it for next year.
No, well, first off, T's and P's, I hope the players and coaches are as strong as I was and become a survivor.
Hell yeah.
Of the disease.
Hell
yeah, Cody.
Because COVID tried to get you.
Tried to get me.
Locked you up in a cave. Little do they know it's going to make you go 22-4 in gambling because you're locked up just studying lines and hunting winners all goddamn day.
Made me stronger.
COVID made you stronger. You're hoping everybody that gets it survives and becomes a stronger human being on the other side.
Yes.
Okay,
but, I mean, if anything, this
just
evens the playing field. Joe Hayden's already out due to COVID. Now Bitonio's out. One of their best players is out. We have the worst player caller in the league. They lose their play caller. So that's even. Right.
Randy Fichtner, I guess.
I mean,
he did not deserve a shot there.
Not at all.
Definitely not.
He was just kind of hanging out.
Alex Van Pelt is the offensive coordinator. So, he should be able to call plays for the Cleveland Browns, who's basically just zone run right, zone run left to Chubb and Hunt, and then play action with Baker. How's that going to be fucking hard?
Yeah, by the way, football, you just described.
For the Cleveland Browns, yeah.
All right, for basically everybody. I mean, it's pretty much, I mean, I guess you left out shotgun there. And, you know, Baker does a lot of naked to his right, which, by the way, was mocked and ridiculed last year. This year, Stefanski's been able to work it in to be successful. It is just, that's hilarious that you take a shot at Randy Fichtner like that because.
Well, it evens the playing field.
Well, I can understand. Stefanski has done an incredible job.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a shame that this is going to happen, but 2020, we said first couple months of 2021 might look a little bit like 2020.
True.
In Cleveland, this is the most 2020 move that could potentially happen, and we're only 5 days into goddamn 2021.
I also just want to shout out USPS for delivering that package I sent to the Browns organization this
Bad
week.
guy.
Yeah.
You can't joke about it.
Right.
Can't joke about it.